Hi everyone. Today I'll be reading a book to you called The Intruders that I wrote. And for all you that don't believe that I wrote this, I'm about to show you it. Kimberly, if you see this video, you know that I wrote this. And so okay, let's go. I called it The Intruders. Jeremiah Deane, chapter 1. Here it is. It's like a couple pages long. I'm gonna pause this video, add it to last later. And I have another full page over here. It goes like this. Beginning page, full page, another page, another page, another page, and then it ends. Okay, so let's start reading, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay. Go to dirt, flying up before shovels. We've been living underground for 17 years. In other words, my whole life. Life is hard underground, but anything's better than being killed on land by something called the intruders. There are these alien things. I've never seen one, but I know a lot about it. My grandmother, before she passed away, told me a lot. Katie, my dad called me. Let's go. It's time for your LT. Okay, I replied. ALT is a light transfer. It puts sunlight on our body for vitamins. As we walked down the hall toward the LT room, I heard a soft voice call me. Kate. I turned to see my friend Harry. He was tall, funny, fast, and had brownish hair and hazel eyes. Me, on the other hand, I'm short, sometimes funny, kind of fast, and I have blonde hair and blue eyes. Chapter 2. My breather went. Breathers are these tubes we blow on, and they give us 12 hours of air. They're what helps us live underground. I've never been up on land before, though. I want to. When we arrived at the LT room, I stood under the tube and felt way much stronger. Soon me, Harry, and my dad finished our LT. Come on, Harry said. We'll be late for our ATC or training class. And guys, I made ATC alien training class. Okay, so back to the story. We go to the ATC to train how to fight if we ever meet an intruder. We walked in, me and Harry grabbed our staff and sat down for the class. Everyone was there. A couple kids took their breather. Chapter 3. Okay, Mr. Kemley said, let's start sparring. Jen and Freddie? Jen stepped up. Freddie after. Jen was medium-sized, brown eyes, and she had dark black hair. Freddie after. Oh, no, wait, I forgot something. And she had dark black hair with piercings, while Freddie was tall, fast, and kind of chubby. Shouldn't we go against someone? Freddie said. Yes, Mr. Kennedy said. Katie and Harry? We stepped up. I would let Harry go against Jen because Harry was stronger than me. We lunged at them, caught them by surprise, and tripped them. They got up angrily. When Mr. Kemley yelled for us to stop, class was dismissed. As me and Harry walked into the hall, Jen passed saying, don't expect to win next time. We won't, Harry replied. Chapter 4. I took my breather, then flopped into bed. Get up, my dad said. Oh, I groaned. Let's go, it's coronation day, Dad said. I wish Mom was still alive. The coronation day was when we went to land once a year for 18 and older. I'm 17, but today is my birthday. Now I'm 18. When we got to the scent detector that made sure we smelled like dirt, or else we can't go, I saw Harry. Me and him went through the scent detector, and it beeped. They don't smell like dirt, the guy said. What? I whined. Harry walked through and suffered the same fate. Man, he mumbled. We watched as my dad and several people boarded the shuttle. Then Harry said, "Let's sneak in." "What?" I said, not sure I heard him right. "Let's sneak in," he repeated. "No," I said. "Yes," he said. "Fine," I said, not sure what I was getting myself into. So it started. Harry threw a rock. The guard followed the noise without paying attention to anything, and we slipped in the shuttle. I saw Harry's sister and brother, Deane and Evelyn. They're both 12, while me and Harry are 18. When I got in, I sat by my dad. "I thought you couldn't get in," he said. "Malfunction," I lied. "Okay," he said, unsure. Chapter 6. Sam and Evelyn tried to say they were 18 to get in, and they were tall. When the guard let them in, I mumbled, "My God." The next thing I know, we were moving 125 miles per hour upward. When we got to land, I saw those things called trees. I saw the real sun. But then we heard a growl. A slimy, 5-foot-tall monster-looking thing jumped out. "Our scent," I told Harry. Then the thing grabbed Sam and threw him. Harry went up to him and heard him say, "I'm sorry, but before he could finish, he died." "No!" Harry screamed, then ran into the shuttle with the rest of us. We shot back underground, then packed to evacuate to the escape pods to safety. The intruders knew where we were. The pods filled quickly. When the last pod came down, I told my dad and Harry, "Now's our chance." My dad looked and sprinted down the hall to the pod. "Sorry, hon. Bye," he said as the pod was about to take off. Then the intruder smashed through our dirt community, opened the last pod. As it closed, ripped the door off, and started killing people. My dad, I thought, wait, never mind. He's probably dead now. Why should I care? He left me here to die. But I have other things to worry about. They're here. Chapter 7. "Ah!" Evelyn screamed. "Be quiet," I warned, but it was too late. The intruders grabbed her and popped her in their mouth like popcorn. "Well, that's just great," Harry said sarcastically. Then Mr. Kentley came out with a sword. "Go, children," he said, charging at the intruder. He killed one, but met his fate after. Then it got quiet. All the confused people's shouts, they faded. Then me and Harry realized that I'm right here, guys. I'm right here. Look. Alright. Then me and Harry realized we were the only survivors. We had food and plenty of armor. Plus, we had a map. "There's one more shuttle," I said, looking at the map. "Let's go then," Harry said. When we got to the shuttle, we buckled in and started the 125 mile per hour upward pod. Then I couldn't breathe. I forgot my breather on the bed. Just when I was about to run out of air, I felt a breather. I turned to see Harry. "You must have left yours at home," he said, pulling it off me. When we got to land, there were others from the pods. That's when I felt my breather in my pocket. "Phew," I said in relief. The pods that did make it out, there was people. "Phew." Me and Harry both sighed. "Welcome. We will start moving north because up there is a village. They have security, food, water, and shelter. You will almost automatically feel at home. So let's go. So let's get going. Pack up your bags, then come on." "Okay." "Okay?" a guy named Chris said with passion. As we walked on, we saw cars, houses, and other things, all abandoned, dead, no life at all. We walked on. The sun was starting to set. Then it got dark. I saw a round, sparrow-like object in the sky, as white as milk. We arrived at the village. There were a lot of people there. I would no longer need a breather, I said, moving it and putting it in my book bag. When they showed me and Harry our room, we flopped in bed and instantly fell asleep. I dreamed that an intruder taller and stronger than the rest, was about to kill me. But Harry jumped in front of me, and then I woke up and buried in sweat. Chapter 8. It was now morning. I went to the town square where all our meals and meetings would be. As I looked around, I saw Chris talking to, I can't really see. It's my dad. Hey, hon, he said when he saw me. I didn't reply. I was too angry. Then after breakfast, a group of people were about to leave to explore. Me and Harry followed. Halfway into our trip, an intruder came. It was taller and stronger than the rest. It was the one from my dream. Then it charged at me. Just when I was about to die, Harry jumped in front of me. I watched. All I could do was watch as the intruder ripped him to bits. We headed back to the safety of our camp in sorrow. When I walked into my room, it was lonely. I asked my dad to come stay with me in my camp. He said yes, and he would stay for as long as he and me lived. He apologized about the pod thing. How did you escape? I asked. I acted dead, he said. Chapter 9. Why did you leave? I asked. He ignored my question. Hold on, guys. And it goes to chapter 10, so it's a short one, okay? Why did you leave? I asked. He ignored my question and walked out of our cabin. What the? I heard him say. I ran out of the door to see several intruders walking to the community. Everyone was hiding in their cabins, praying that they wouldn't be seen. I quickly pulled my father in as the first intruder glanced at us. It hadn't seen us. Just when it was about to leave, a little boy ran out calling for his mom. No, boy, I thought in my head. But the mom came out, so the intruders started smashing cabins. More intruders walked into the community. The confused shouts of the people and nightmare replayed. Then it got to our cabin. Almost instantly, it reached for me, the nearest person in its grasp. But my father jumped up and flapped it with a rifle from the armory room underground. Chapter 10. Run, Katie, had been his last words. He ran out of ammo and was killed. I was all alone. Even Chris had died. I set off running through the woods. I saw light, then smoke. As I ran, I saw a village with people. I got closer to see that it too was being attacked. I saw about 12 people escape. I chased them. When I caught up, they welcomed me. Then I recognized Jen. Hey, she said. Hi, I replied. Where's Freddy? I asked. He headed west when I told him there was a village up south, that one I was just at, Jen said. As we walked on, we saw a giant boat, people in it, bringing supplies and food onto the deck. I looked to see Freddy as the captain of the boat. Come on, we're gonna be safe, he told me, and the other 12 people that came with me from the other village boarded the ship. There were over 50 people there. We sat still. That night, it was the beginning of a new life. Afterward, would this really happen? I was asked. Maybe I replied. I think that something like this would happen. I bet. My view of writing this book or story is to entertain people. Why did Harry have to die, you may ask? Harry was nice, but where's the fun in that? I was sad too when he died. But hey, you probably didn't see it coming. Read my next book called The Stinky Winky Worms. That's all. About the author. I will grow up and live in Seattle, and I love writing books. I have a chihuahua named Romeo, and he was in my last books. Well, it's a couple books. He was in my last few books. The one called Dogs, and Dogzilla, and Not on the Rug. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel and press the like button. Bye.